What's up, YouTubers? This is your girl Brittany back at it again. This time I'm trying to do a video. Not trying. I'm going to do a video on Trayvon Martin's story and my opinion about it. As you can tell, I am African American. And maybe it may seem like, she probably has baby mama drama. Baby daddy drama. Or maybe she's about to key somebody's car. Or maybe she's going to be whoop, whoop, whoop on the television screen because her baby daddy ain't paying child support. That's probably what I look like. But to the contrary, I am none of them. I am educated. College degree coming up. Bachelor's of Science, Broadcast Media, minor in psychology. And I'm not here to give a resume. I'm here to give an X to negative stereotypes about different types of people and how they live their lives. Now, my point in bringing that up is because Trayvon Martin was looked at as an individual who was going to terrorize the town. He was just going to tear the city down because he had on a hoodie. But as I recall, George Zimmerman saying it was raining. I wear my hoodie when it rains. Do you wear your hoodie when it rains? I thought a lot of people did that. And I thought, he said, well, he reached into near his waist. Well, a lot of hoodies have pockets near the waist. Maybe he was reaching in his pocket. Maybe he was reaching for an iPhone or iPad or something like that, or whatever the case may be. And a lot of young people, including myself, I like to multitask. I could be on the phone and listening in one ear, an earbud of music. I'm just that way. I love music, so I'll be sitting around and it doesn't distract me. It just calms me down. I love music. And we don't know what his whole situation was. And I am so horrified that there's stories going around that even is trying to be compared. Trayvon Martin was suspended from school. Oh, it wasn't because of fighting. It wasn't because of drug dealing. It wasn't because he was carrying a weapon. It was because he was tardy. Tardy. These motherfuckers got the nerve to talk about he had marijuana residue. Now tell me how many of you motherfuckers in office didn't have marijuana residue in your shit. Y'all was smoking it. Please stop trying to play the victim here. And I mean, stop trying to play Trayvon like he's the criminal in this whole situation. Tell me, who's dead? George Zimmerman or Trayvon Martin? Who had more power in the situation? The 140-pounder or somebody in their 200-pounder ass ways? You tell me who had more force. I mean, come on, be real. Let's be real. Trayvon Martin didn't look like he wanted to harm a fly. Now, looks can, and they always have been, deceiving. But I will say, according to stories, one person looks more guiltier than the other. When we got evidence that George Zimmerman, this ain't his first mess he's had to encounter in dealing with the law. Now, everybody wants to keep talking about, well, legally, George Zimmerman, if he was trying to self-defend himself, then he could have shot him legally, even if he had no business following him. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. This is not a legal issue. This is a moral issue. And this is just straight up wrong. And now to talk about race. You know, a lot of people are like, everybody's trying to make this about race. This is propaganda. This is da 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 da. This is not about race. This is about this, that. You know what? It is about race in some form, because it greatly affects the African American community. Because we have seen this way too often. And as a non-African American, you cannot attest truly to the African American struggle. You just can't. You will never truly know it and live it. You can watch people go through it. You can have your opinion about it. You can even hate it to the death. But you've never had to deal with it. I remember being in my young teens, just simply walking down the street trying to go to McDonald's. And I felt like I had stepped into a time machine. And I remember seeing this old white truck. I didn't even see it coming, actually. It's on a busy street. I see a white truck, old, well, you might see in the countryside. And this white boy yelled out the window, "Nigger!" And I thought, I was like, what? What? Is this really happening to me? Is this man actually calling me a nigger? I don't even know him. I haven't made him angry. I just was walking down the street, minding my own damn business. And here I am. Now people want to be like, well, George Zimmerman is not just white. He's Hispanic and white. Okay, true. So Hispanics can't be racist or stereotypical, or a mixture of the two cannot be stereotypical. Racist or stereotypical. Come on, stop the madness. Really, really. The truth of the matter is, at the bottom line of it all, justice needs to be served for this boy. And he is the victim, and his family is victim. And in the African American community, we are victims. Because this happens way too often to our brothers, to our sons, to our fathers, to our husbands. We're losing them. But the problem with the African American community is that we play into these stereotypes. And if you live by the sword, you will definitely be, not definitely, let me reword that. You could die by the sword. Most definitely, it's a serious thing. So if you think I'm going to be boop-a-dop-bop-bop-ding-bop-bop with my hands, and I carry a gun in my waist, and then I got the nerve to have a rest in peace Trayvon Martin shirt, I need to get my life together, don't I? You can't be doing what he was accused of and then act like you the innocent victim. Because if you play into the stereotype, then you are the reason why we struggle. And you keep allowing the system to put you in the projects and keep you and your siblings and your children there. There's nothing more for me to say. It's a tragedy what is going on in our justice system, or lack thereof, I should say. As a whole, as a people, we need to come together as one, not as blacks, not as whites, not as Hispanics, but as the human race. But in all true honesty, the African American community has a lot of work to do. It starts with you, and if you want change, you have to change. And that's all I'm going to say.